I get the feeling that Ormond and Daron will die too quickly for us to care. Reyna might be written poorly, but at least she's been around a little longer. Aemon should get development instead. Well, I will say that more time has been given to Ormond than Reyna in his entirety. We seem like we know Ormond, and we still don't seem like we know Reyna. Daron, we don't know. So we'll see. I mean, I do. It's the season. This is the thing. Season's half done, right? We only got 4 more episodes. And if we're ending this season, I mean, I don't know if we're going to end the season at the Dragon Pit, but if we're ending the season at least at Tumbleton, we know that Tumbleton, at least first Tumbleton, is happening. You know, Daron doesn't have much time. He's got the rest of the season. Let me see here. Interesting. Okay. I guess. So in the source material, Ormond dies at first Tumbleton and Daron at second. So I suppose maybe you could stretch it out. I'm trying to think. All right, let's figure this shit out. It's getting late, but I got to figure this shit out. Okay. Deep down. All right. Major events we still got going on. First Tumbleton. We've got to have first Tumbleton, right? And we've got to have Butcher's Ball. And then we got Riot. And we got second Tumbleton. Okay. And then major events we got God's Eye. We got Bayless fight with Sunfire, right? And then we got Rhaenyra. And we got to deal with.
Preston, do your list. I need to be right back real quick, all right?
Be back quick. I wanted to talk to you about this. Okay. I'm just trying to think of like big spectacles for the screen. And then Hour of the Wolf, right? So, I mean, we could. So, season 4, we kind of know that we're dealing with this information over here, right? we're not getting rid of our primary characters until season 4. So we're going to leave all that. So that means this season, I think you can deal, it's a small chance you could push second Tumbleton or something to the next season, but I think if we're really talking about the last 4 episodes, you gotta have a big battle, like a big battle at Tumbleton, Butcher's Ball, and the Riot. Maybe you have some sort of like cool down episode in between something, but I think that's about it. These, we have to fit all these 4 events into the last 4 episodes. And that Riot, there's so much in the Riot, right? And the Riot is enormous, right? Because we've got to deal with Joffrey's death, Rhaenyra's flight, and the Dragon Pit. At least like those 3 things at minimum have to be like huge. So you have the Riot start at the end of one episode and then continue it on, and then have her escape at the end. But there's a lot the Riot has to be a whole episode. You can't. There's too much in it. And then so that leaves 3 episodes for Tumbleton, Butcher's Ball. But I think you're right that these are happening really fast. Ormond and Daron are dying real quick. And then we just somehow have this like final stuff for the end, which is just
All right,
a lot.
I'm here. What's up? God's Eye, Baela's fight, Rhaenyra's death. This is just a whole host of spoilers. Holy shit!
Well, we
But
look at this
like,
point. It's 12:10 in the morning. People.
look at this point. If you're watching a Preston Jacobs stream, Preston is known for spoiling things. He spoiled a lot of things for me. So he spoiled the fact that I'm probably not going to have kids. I didn't know that. He knew this before I did. He spoiled that for me. So and he spoiled it for you guys. So Aegon's death, Hour of Wolf. I mean, Hour of Wolf, do we need like 37 episodes for that? That's probably just the final episode.
Well, it depends. Maybe. Like, Game of Thrones, when it ended, it had this whole episode of epilogue, right? Or at least half an episode. Right. I mean, because did Dany die at the end of? I'm like,
yeah, Game of Thrones.
No. But I'm like, okay. Episode 3, because 6 episodes. So episode 3, they'd killed the White Walkers. Episode 4, the dragon and Missandei dies, right? And then episode 5,
yes. Was the Battle of King's Landing.
The Battle of King's
6
Landing.
Was the final and the aftermath. Yeah, Dany dies.
You're right, the aftermath. So Dany dies kind of at what, the 1/3 point or the 1/2 point of the last episode?
I think like the 1/3 maybe, and we're being generous there, maybe 1/4, but she dies like 20 minutes in.
Yeah. So you're saying that, but I'm saying that like Hour of the Wolf could be like, yeah, the last half of the last episode, and then what you just, okay, so you're killing, like you do an 8 episode season, you're killing off Rhaenyra in like episode 7 and then kill off Aegon in the first half of the last episode and then do Hour of the Wolf in the last half of the episode? And
I don't know. I don't. I have no idea, honestly, because I was hoping we'd see Alan Oakenfist's journey through Essos, but
that's
guess
not
not.
happening. What are you
Probably not going to see
No,
that.
no, you're not doing that. But but I'm saying you have a big like, oh, these characters come in and this regency, and we show Corlys on the throne and whatever, dealing with this regency or whatever, and um, you try to because the goal is you're trying to keep up. So, but I mean, if you did that, if you're pushing all this to the end of season 8, that actually frees up a lot of space, and you could push second Tumbleton to next season, and all we have to deal with for the rest of this season is first Tumbleton, Butcher's Ball, the riot of King's Landing, or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember which one happens first or second Tumbleton and the riot. Because Adam has to die. Yeah.
What is this list specifically? What you think they're going to do? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, do you think this season is ending with the riot? I think it should.
I honestly don't know. I haven't even read the leaks. Like, there's been so many leaks out there that are crazy and stupid. So, but here's the thing, though. I don't trust this writing team not to do stupid shit, because every now and then they'll do something great, like episode 3, and then they'll do something like kind of god awful, like season 2, episode 8. So I don't know. It's literally a roll of a die. It really is. The gods roll a die whenever Sarah writes
I'm
an
just
episode.
saying, pushing the riot to next season. Then you're just dealing with a lot of shit. I think it's a nice like transition point. Rhaenyra fleeing and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Rhaenyra fleeing, like Rhaenyra going down has to be Rhaenyra dying has to probably be episode 7, season 4, and then season 4, episode 8, the final episode of House of the Dragon has to be like a hour and 30, maybe hour 20, like just wrapping things up and setting things up for the future. If they decide to do some kind of spinoff, I don't know. HBO is getting comfortable with doing a Game of Thrones spinoff every year now, because next year will be Night of the Seven Kingdom. Year after that, final Hot D season. So